Let's see. And we are live. Welcome back to the Hannibal is Hungry channel. If this is your first time, my name is Hannibal. This guy over here I'm talking to is, I think I'll call him, he runs the bakery. He makes the bread. He's the bread maker. Eli Ash, how are you doing, man?
Fantastic, Hannibal. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great because I'm talking to you. I know the last time we spoke was about 2 months ago, and it feels like forever. Like in this niche that we're in, it seems like time goes really fast, even though 2 months is not a long time, but it feels like it's a long time since I talked to you last on the I guess on the YouTube channel. How have you been? In the question, where have you been the last 2 months?
Where have I been? It's a solid question, my friend. Well, dude, I've just been first of all, we tried to get Clearview off the ground. It didn't it okay, it's still there.
Mhm.
Everything's still all of our social medias are still there and everything. But my friend he goes to school about an hour and a half away. He's the one with the idea. And
Mm.
he's technically the CEO, we call him. So he's not really available right now. He really wanted to get it going, but it was too late in the summer. So we had a few jobs. We got about four to we had 4 to 5 jobs. So we got a little bit of experience in. So that was super fun. But yeah, that was just a chunk of where I've been. I mean, it was the road trip for till August, and yeah, dude, I've just been chilling, dashing, working, and
Yeah.
I'm focusing back on content.
And that's why I'm glad that you're kind of back. But yeah, for everyone who hasn't listened to the last podcast, Clearview was basically a window cleaning business in your hometown of
Correct.
Minnesota. And just like, and that's just a natural product of, small businesses starting up. Some things, certain things may work, some things may not work, but you're back to your bread and butter, so to speak,
Back to the
traveling
bread and butter. Yes.
and dashing. And I tell you, man, like from the video you dropped a week ago, it's been a week? I don't even know, man. I feel like a few days ago.
It was like
Um,
5, 6 days. Yeah.
you're traveling, you're doing your thing, and it's just amazing. Also, let me just say hi to people in the chat. Gig Comedy Podcast. Appreciate you talking. I think maybe that's Jason that may be in there. I'm not sure. Pedro, what's up? What's up? Um, yeah, man, it's just we miss that energy. I think you have the most energy of any
Pedro.
content creator I have seen in terms of this gig work. Like you're going all in. I don't know if you're on something. You're probably not because
No,
every video is the same. So it's like you're just this
bro.
natural high level
Everyone
energy.
always, bro. They always like, where the hell you get this energy? I literally was born with it. Like
Yeah,
is literally my natural state. I'm just always like on go mode and like I don't know, dude. It's
and it
special, I guess.
and it fits. You're right. It fits entrepreneurship. It fits going and getting it because
It does.
I'm sure if you've seen a lot of what's going on in the community and even probably just talking to people how things are slow and things are bad and people are losing motivation. They're
Yep.
kind of losing that. So tell me, what would you say to those people who are just kind of feeling down and out? Like how do you keep yourself going every day?
Well, I mean, it really, really helps to have a great market. First of all, if you have a good market, it makes your life a lot easier. Um, but regardless, I think it's just a mindset thing. Like you just have to see the bigger picture of everything. A lot of people are very narrow-minded and they just see very short term.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I view it as like, dude, I'm trying to stack up as much money as I can right now,
Mhm.
while I'm young and start investing and just start putting my money and putting my work towards bigger and better things. Because this will not be the end all be all for me. I'm gonna go on to much bigger things than just a DoorDash YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's a great thing, and I love this. It's so much fun.
You can tell, like that's the thing too. Like you can tell that you're enjoying it through the videos and through your content and what you put
Yep.
together. And tell me about your travels, man. Like I see you're all over the place. Like you're still road tripping and making money at the same time. Like you're living a life. You're rapping.
Oh my god,
You hanging out with friends. You're hanging out with good people. You're like for a
sir.
person, young people. Like that's the dream, right? You're traveling. You get to see new things, and you're making money at the same time. So like, tell me about that experience, man. Like I know you've been traveling before this, but like where have you been since the last time we talked to you? I've been.
Well, Did we
but I
speak?
was talking to you.
Did we speak after I had arrived back in Minnesota, or was that
I,
before I even left?
I I don't remember. I knew you were traveling though. Like you were doing some, you were moving around. But the content that you've made, or like maybe say last week, was that stuff you had in the
That
back burner that was recent?
I was from the back burner. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was not just in Denver 1 week ago. That was all content that I had filmed towards the end of July. That's just been on my computer for like a couple months. So I was
Cool,
like,
cool,
"Oh,
cool.
I gotta get this out because I filmed a lot of content. A lot of footage is still on my computer that I want to get out. But that was like some of the main things that I had filmed that I really wanted to release eventually. So that's what it was. It was so much fun, man. I mean, like God, we drove how many miles? We drove like
Yeah.
8,000 miles, I think, in like 36 days.
Damn.
Like we went from Georgia, the coast of Georgia, the Gulf of Mexico, Texas, and then up to Colorado back, Kansas City, and then Kansas City back to the Twin Cities. So I mean, we made a huge loop. Like we hit up so many areas, so many different people. I met a lot of people that had seen my content on the trip, so that was
Get out
really
of here.
cool.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, dude, I actually dashed. I dashed with 4 people that I had never met in my life, and that they knew me from YouTube, and I dashed with them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, that's the kind of community that we'll be doing. Like it's like when you're usually dashing, you dash by yourself, right? For the most part. But then when you kind of group together and going through the same motions and everything. But going back to the idea of the traveling and the markets, like you said, you got to find a good market. Is the best market is it Denver? Like I know you saw that video, sort of your video of yours. Is Denver your favorite market you've been through during your whole travels during this entire road trip?
Yeah, I'd have to say it. I mean, it's pretty clear from my videos. I really just love Denver. It's great for freaking Doordash. I don't know why. The economy is so ideal. There's something about it. It's just, and that's what it is. I think what I learned in my travels is that every city has a different economy. The economy in Denver is just it's just got something to it that a lot of cities some cities have. Like New York City. New York City's got a bustling economy.
Yeah.
And some cities have better tipping economies too, which is a topic you bring up on your channel all the time. But Denver has a great tipping economy. People understand the value of gig work and what we do, and like service industry. And they just have an overall great economy, and they're doing well out there financially. So they're able to provide great tips, and the market's always busy because there's like 5 million people that live there, more.
Yeah, and I guess so you're saying that they're generous with the tipping, because that's kind of where we are. Tips is probably at this point how we make a livable wage, considering that how the how is the base wage same? Is it still the 250? Like what's the base? I know every area is different. It's 250.
Doordash is still 225.
225.
I've seen 225, dude.
I tell you.
It's pretty despicable.
Yeah, but you know what? Me, like we all make do. Like and it's just try to figure out. Like, okay, let's go. Like I said, the best market, the best times of the day. So that kind of makes sense. We got a few more people. DoorDash Red, Dash or Pass. What's up, Faith? You need to come on and talk. Talk to me.
That's fact, bro. That's huge, bro.
Yeah, Denver. Well, you know what? I'm in New York City. I want to use a drone. Like I was talking to you before we started. I love your drone shots. It's more of like a content creator nerd.
Such a luxury, and I love it. I love having a drone.
Yeah, man. Like, and the DJI, the drone you use is amazing. And I was talking to you earlier, and now they've got a little bit of an audience. New York City has really aggressive rules on any kind of drone. Like I even said before,
unmanned
anything in the air, even kites. Like you can fly some drones, some kites in some parks, but you better not have a drone in Manhattan. They'll tackle you to the ground. Like no, and I understand it's a big economy and blah blah blah. And in terms of skyscrapers, and obviously what happened 20 years ago, but man, I love that drone. And but you just had a promo that came on your channel a few minutes ago. We actually just went on live before. So tell me about this No Rest November. What is about? How you how the idea came about. Tell me everything about it.
Dude, No Rest November has me so excited. Like, you have absolutely no idea. So the idea came from my buddy Wilser. So Wilser LA, he's made videos for a long, long time about the gig economy, and he just rides around LA on his Honda Ruckus, and he just does deliveries on his bike. So he's been doing these no rest challenges where he just goes all out for a month, and did it last year. No, he did a no rest November challenge last year. He did one this past September, and I mean, the way he does it, the way he organizes it, sets it up, it's pretty good. It's pretty flawless, and it's a way to just bring the community together, the community of people that do this and hustle.
Definitely. How
So
much?
I was like, you know what, dude, I think this is a really big opportunity to really connect, everybody to connect, because I feel like there's so many different pockets in this space, and like everyone feels like they know each other, but like when you actually connect like we are now, it's completely different.
Yeah.
When you're all together working towards a common goal, all trying to get each other to work as hard as we can, get off our asses, like Wilser says, is like you have incentive to do so. So it's like, I just thought this is a huge opportunity to come together as a community and show out, dude. So
And
really cool.
that's super amazing. I mean, so like, no rest November, or it's basically you just go out there and you just use the apps and just try to make as much money as possible, and
Correct.
kind of have like a scoreboard type situation where you guys are competing to see who can make the most money. And like I said, it's just a way to, like I said, just kind of some motivation. Go out there and make as much money. And just talk, I was talking to you off air, if that makes sense. That idea that our community can be a little bit more cynical. We could put ourselves down. I'm sure I'm guilty of it. Apparently, some people may consider me a drama king or something, but it's funny for me to say that. Pedro, if you're still in here. But I think, like some people say that the community is negative.
Yeah.
And I spend way too much time on YouTube. And I would say the majority of us are positive when we talk to each other. So like I may complain about something, but then when someone else comes to me and they either DM me or they send a message or email and they're saying, man, this is terrible, it's terrible, I usually turn it positive. Like, you know what? It's not that bad. Or, hey, how about you figure something else out? Like when someone is really feeling down out, I think the community does come together. So I think what you're doing with the No Rest November, I think that's a super cool idea that, hey, it's getting colder in many areas. People are staying in, people may be ordering more. Like, I know I just made a video about how the supply chain is kind of all messed up, but there's some markets that the supply chain has not been as bad as some other areas. Like they kind of mapped this out. Like some areas, stuff is still being able to be sent, but we all have opportunity to try to make do. So I think, it's pretty good that you're doing this. And Wilser, I remember, I don't know if he's the original OG GoPro guy, but I remember when I first started going on YouTube, looking at Ubereats or Doordash, just trying to figure out how to do it, or just watching someone do it. And he would just put that GoPro on him and he looks like a first person shooter.
Yeah,
he's going through and I'm like, yo, that's pretty badass. Like
just whipping around the streets of LA.
And that's some serious. It don't take serious balls, but driving or using a bike or using a motor scooter in a major urban area, it takes some guts, because people can't drive.
For sure.
People can't drive at all. But I mean, like, so you're gonna obviously you're gonna participate. So how many hours are you looking to do? How long are you? What's your estimate of how much money you think you're gonna make in this month?
Yeah, dude. So I mean, I've run so many numbers, so much math, and I figured out like $10,000 is definitely possible.
Woo! How many hours is that gonna be?
Probably spend 14 a day, 14, 15 hours. So I mean, it's gonna be a real grind. I mean, it's gonna be an all-day thing, and I've been wanting to do something of this sort, but I wanted like something more than just me. I need some more reason to do it, because I was like, I need some more motivation. I wanted a community thing in this. So Wilser and I, we've always talked about how our markets are perfect for this game, and we just stack up the money real simply. So we're like, he's almost managed to hit 10,000. I think he's been like 9,000 some. 9,000.
Oh, I was going to ask you, what was his big, I guess, his largest amount that he ever earned in a month?
In a month, I think he did like about 9,000. I don't know. It's around 9,000, but I don't know. I don't believe anybody on the internet. No one's posted about it. At least has hit $10,000 in a month.
No,
so,
the only person I know that like would be making some good money consistently is a YouTuber, Mr. Flex. I'm not sure you're familiar with him. He based in Jersey, and he puts in like 12 hours. At one point, put in 12 hours a day, and he was in Jersey. He's in a really good spot. Jersey is like that kind of underrated market. Depends on certain levels of Jersey. I mean, Jersey City is, you know, the hood, but like some really good, and also traffic is an issue. It's like, so for me, it'll be hard for me to win because traffic is what it ties me down. Yeah, the market is good. People are spending their money, but damn, I could be stuck doing an order in an hour. How bad from like 2.5? Like it's just there's too many people here. You know what I mean?
That's facts, bro. Yeah.
But I think why I'm just guessing how Denver is great is because it seems like it's still spread apart, but it still have a lot of people. So you not feel like you're getting stuck in traffic. Like you think that. Well, tell me about it. I've never been to Denver.
True. Yeah, Denver is pretty sprawled, and they have a very solid population. It's nothing like New York City where you can only get around in taxi and bike. So you don't like, it's like, and the same with my city. My city is very similar. It's pretty sprawled. It's not like massive. It's not a metropolis. It's not like Atlanta, but like it's enough people that it will create a decent market, And that's the thing, man. It's just ease of use of the roadways. Like if you can get around quickly, you're gonna be killing it. And if
you can make money, the orders are good. The traffic is not overwhelming. You can do 2 to 3 orders an hour and keep it going. Pedro jumped in. 2,500 a week is possible. 14 hours a day.
Agreed.
I don't know if Pedro going to jump in. I know Pedro only does 5. I think he does.
I wanted to come on here just to let everybody know. Pedro, I know you've got some audience. I want people to like promote and like get this idea out because I want everybody to be talking about No Rest November. That's really the goal. So definitely post about it. Just keep telling the people. What's happening.
Definitely.
And the registration's so simple. We've got the link. The link is in the description of my video. I can also send it to you. I can send it to you. I can send it out to anybody. We've already had about 45 registrants. I think 45, somewhere around 40. That's before we've posted anything publicly. So I mean, the goal is probably 500 to 1,000. If we can get up to 1,000 participants, that would be amazing. That would be fantastic. I would love that.
Awesome. Pedro just said he's going to share the info. Shout out to Steve, Rideshare Rodeo. He's based in Denver. So I heard a lot of good things about Denver before this. Like I remember, playing Xbox Live and you just randomly link up with people. And there's a really good friend of mine talk about how awesome it is to live in Denver, live in Colorado. I'm like, damn, really? It's like the weather's is pretty solid. It's just a great place to be. I'm like, oh, I gotta move. I gotta move.
Something different. It's so nice. The air is so fresh out there. It's the Rocky Mountains. If you've ever been to the Rockies, it's breathtaking. I had never been there till this year. I'd never been out to the Rockies, so I was like, damn.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So all right. So explain a little bit more about you register and how do you report your earnings? Tell me about that system.
Yeah. So registration is really, really simple. There's just a few questions, just your name, what you want us to like call you in our leaderboard rankings, whatever we have. And then just basically what mode of transportation you use, cars, bike, electric, mopeds, just we've got 4 or 5 categories. Even muscle is one. So just running, biking, because people genuinely bike around and make a lot of money. So we have 5 categories. That's how we're organizing this thing. And just put in your location, like your city, just rep your city. mode of transportation, name, and that's really it. It's pretty simple. We're gonna and then your email. We need the email. The email will be essential because the email is the way we'll be contacting everybody and keep everybody informed through mass email. That's how we will send out every Sunday or every Monday. We will be sending an email out to every category, and we'll separate everyone based on the category that they're in.
Okay.
And we'll be sending out emails each Monday, letting people attach their earnings or put some form of verification of their earnings, screenshots and whatnot. But we'll get more serious about all that at the end of it. But as long as you insert your name and then how much you made the week of the week with all the apps, pretty simple. We'll have all that unlock come the first. So
yeah, we got a few. You got a few days before the first, so yeah, you got until next Monday to kind of get everything going. So I guess as you talked about the contest, so if you want to call it, I think it's like a motivation. Just even if the chances of winning, who cares about that? Just go out there and make as much money as possible. So I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's a good month to start with things getting a little colder. People are going to spend more time at home and they're going to order out more. So I think it's a really solid idea.
It's right before the holiday season too. So it's good for us. We can make some money before holidays.
Yeah. And I'm kind of wondering how, I guess it's not a spoiler alert to say that the person who may win probably lives, or maybe not. I'll ask you, do you think the person who will make the most money will probably live in a major city?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right. Like it's just not. I mean, some people may luck out. I just feel like the biggest markets are the ones I've seen just going on YouTube. It's like LA,
Denver, New York.
The DMV area. I've seen is a really old school gig worker, BZ, and he works in like Virginia area or DC. DC is real like high earners, obviously, because you got all the government people there, the press and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of screenshots of his orders and offers. He is really good. So I was like, that's a good spot. I'm wondering other really big hot spots in terms of like markets that would be good. I don't know. Like
Rideshare Rodeo says, don't forget Austin.
Austin, expensive, yes. So yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a merging market because everyone is going. All the Californians are leaving, and they're going to Austin. So yeah, that's a good one. So I'm kind of thinking like it would be kind of cool if a small market guy, like that, the underdog comes out of nowhere and like earns like a good amount of money. Like,
where do you see like Minneapolis? What do you see Minneapolis as? Like a large, like a small?
I would say more large than medium. I wouldn't call it medium. Like I think it's and again, everyone is. I don't know if this is true. I should look this up. I think a lot of people just are leaving the big states. Like a lot of people leaving New York. A lot of people leaving California. They're like
the mass exodus.
Yeah, because they're looking for freedom. They want to be able to use their drones. They want drone freedom. I would like some drone freedom. I don't have that here. So like I'm kind of wondering like. I'm not a gambling man, but I like to bet on something. Like look at all the entrants. Like, how much money would I bet that Eli will win? You know what I mean? Like I said, the most money you've made in a day was still 420, right? Or 4. I think it was
430 ish. And then I mean, the most in 24 hours was that the one where I went from like 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. That was 600, but 420 to 430 is possible. Yeah, every day.
I am excited because I'm not gonna win. Listen, I'm an old man, Eli. Like I don't have the energy that you guys possess. I think it's gonna be. And again, who's gonna win? I bet you it's gonna be a young person. Like I don't think it's going to be an old fogey like me or Pedro winning. Like I know he looks young, and I may look young, but we don't have the energy. Like we got kids. Exactly. It's just a thing. But I'd rather be on the side of betting who would win. Like I'm gonna look and see. Like I'm sure Winsler. I think Winsler, he's a beast. Like it's just. Tell me about the kind of mindset of someone that can make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month doing food delivery. Like it's a certain level kind of person. Not everyone can do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's something like you have to have like the hustle gene. there's something that you have to continue doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think a lot of us, what happens? That's a funny. Get Cleveland said, "Give me some."
That was a good one, Cleveland.
Just yes, but you would have other problems. Get Cleveland, good. That's beyond. You'll make that money, but then you'll like spend it on the
Gonna be
thing that got you there,
spending
right? But yeah, and it's funny. Like Nugs, I think he just did a last week. He did 100 hours in his small town of I forgot where it is, but it's somewhere in Cleveland.
somewhere in Ohio, somewhere over there.
So like if like that's the thing. Like I think it's going to be a young man's game, but it's still
But that's the
a
thing.
solid
Like
thing.
everybody participate. I want everyone to participate with however much time they have.
Yeah,
It's just to make the most out of your time. Really, just
yeah,
try to motivate yourself to get out. Just
yeah,
get up off your ass.
yeah. Right. Like I think a lot, and I think like you were talking about earlier, the mindset, right? Like when you have a bad hour, or sometimes a bad hour. Like I've seen a lot of ride shares, ride alongs, right? And people are really open. I'm like, man, I did not make enough money this hour, and it kind of gets you down a little bit.
Yep.
I've been there too. Like,
Yep.
damn, I should not be making only $7 this hour. And, like either
Yep.
an order gets canceled or something happens, right?
Yep.
How do you break through that? Like, how you have that like that bad hour? And you're like, I don't want to go home, or it's dead out here. Like, how do you keep going?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know. Like it all just comes down to just how much time you spend, how much
Yeah,
time you want to spend in your market. I mean, like I'll have a really shitty hour and the next one might be great. I mean, you just never know what's going to go on in the future. So I never
def
try to get too down on myself about a bad day or a bad hour.
yeah. Well, I think just like with your mindset that you just stay more. You're more of an optimist. It seems like just talking to you.
Definitely
You like you more.
glass half
Yeah,
full type guy.
that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doug's did 100 hours. I think he's gonna
Yeah.
set up a video in a couple. I'm sure he's spending now another 100 hours to edit all
Yeah,
of
he
this
said
stuff.
exactly. He's probably gonna spend 100.
Uh, so I'm assuming with you, when you're doing your contest, you're not going to be able to do much editing for videos. I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. About content wise for November, my plan is really just to do a lot of streaming like this.
Oh, okay, cool,
I
cool, cool.
just want to stream, daily for the first week and just talk to the people. I mean, give a summary of my day and allow everyone else to share their experiences in their day, how much they made, and just try to keep the community involved just through streaming because I really do love this format. I really like streaming. There's something that I really really enjoy, and I think I should really like pursue streaming more.
You definitely should. Like I've seen a few. This you hang out with your car with your friends, and I would talk to a lot of people, or I would at least recommend to anyone who has a channel or even have go stream. It's
Go
fun. You're
stream.
talking. Yeah, just go
It's
stream.
fun.
Just you
Yeah.
don't have to have a plan on what to talk about. I mean, you
Yeah.
probably should, but I know talking to some people and I'll ask them, hey, you want to chat? And they're like, yeah, no, I'm not ready for that. It doesn't matter. Like
It doesn't matter.
it's live, so yeah, something may happen. Like I know I was
Dude,
talking to my
everybody fucks up lives. Everyone messes up.
yeah, you can make a mistake, you say something stupid, but I know the idea of we make content, it's very meticulously edited, and like I post a picture, I post a video today, and I forgot I don't know what happened to the software. It went from stereo to mono, so if you put headphones on, you can
Okay,
only
okay, okay. Just one
I
side.
left it. Left it. I'm like, because if you listen to it with a cell phone without any headphones, it sounds fine. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened, but I was like, fuck it, leave it.
Okay.
You'll hear it. Like, hope like, but you kind of have to have that kind of mentality. And I think that works well with entrepreneurship. Like, things
Yeah,
are
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
perfect. It's not going to
It
be
can
a
never be
perfect
perfect.
situation. So
Yep.
yeah, man. But yeah, I can see just do streams. I think a lot of us should be doing the streams.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's a fun
I
thing.
think, dude, I think streaming it's already big, but I think it's just gonna continue to grow. I
Yeah.
think streaming has so much freaking potential. I know Twitch is like one of the largest for gamers, and Twitch is just big in general. But I mean, dude, I think companies like YouTube and Twitch are gonna like really grow and expand because of streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know, like I think we are all at home more, probably definitely since last
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
Um, and again, talking about a gig tuber that streams all day, or when he was, um, Mr. Flex. Have you heard of him before?
Yeah. Mr.
Yeah.
Flex. Yeah. The
He will
Jersey dude.
like
Yeah.
so I don't know if I'm just throwing out an idea. I don't know if you're going to be able to stream 14 hours like he does with his stuff. He has the background music. He has the Nightbot. Plug in his channel. Like it, pretty awesome. I'm just saying if you're going to do that, I don't know if he does. I don't think he has a cell phone for that. I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you're able to do it on a cell phone. I think he has like a special streaming camera, but don't quote me. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Yeah,
Interesting.
but yeah, you're right. Streaming is going to be definitely something. But there was something else that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Crypto. Now,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know
That's a direction that I'd like to develop my channel, or maybe develop a different channel, but that's the direction that I really would like to go in just in general financial education, because a lot of people just don't know how to work with their finances. Really.
Yes, I'm one of. Well, I was like, that's the thing. Interesting thing about just the lockdown. I had nothing else to do. I had nothing else to
Exactly.
do. Oh, shout out to
Shout
Gig
out
Economy
Gig
Podcast.
Economy Podcast.
Appreciate that, Jason. I'm gonna have Jason from the Gig Economy Podcast over next week to talk on the chat or live stream. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. We had a great conversation on his video maybe 2 weeks ago, so we're definitely going to chop it up next couple of days. But yeah, crypto investing, it's an interesting dynamic. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Do I understand how Bitcoin works? Hell no. I've heard of it. I heard buzzwords like it's decentralized and blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, can I make money? Like, yeah, sure. So I have money in it. Now I probably should know more about it before I put money in it, but I've made money on it, so I'm like, whatever. Like I made money on Doge, and I didn't know what the hell, but I made some money off it. So I think those type of things are it's extremely volatile. I've definitely seen when you look on apps and you're like, oh shit, I lose my money, but it's just something that it's right now. A lot of people are making money on it. Like, tell me about your crypto strategy, and so to
Yeah.
speak. Like, how
Well, yeah,
you doing?
I knew about it for a while. I heard it back in 2018, 2017 when it blew up for a second. And I was like, and then I dismissed it. I'm like, this is some bull crap. Like this is another scheme for the masses, right? And I'm like, Bitcoin, Schmitcoin. Like I was like, this is all a bunch of BS, right? But then I actually took the time beginning of this year, to actually like dig into it. And holy shit, it is actually fascinating as crap.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't know anything about this industry. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is one thing, and there are many YouTube channels that are very large that are teaching people and allowing them to understand this industry a lot better. But I've been looking at your guys' comments, dude.
Yeah.
Like it is amazing, the technology of blockchain technology. If you guys if you know what that is, and I will obviously make videos explaining this in detail and further. But dude, it's just fascinating. It's just our world's going digital, as I'm sure a lot of people notice.
Yeah.
Everything's online. So like, why can't the whole financial industry also, run on computers? Really, it's just all run on computers, and it's actually a very, very secure way of doing money. It's actually crazy.
I'm taking the time to slowly watch. Like I watch a few YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Get Cleveland, crypto game is new. I stick to gold and silver, and that's something that everyone says to bet against inflation. You should put your money in gold and silver.
Yeah.
Oh, before we start, this is not financial advice.
I love it.
Clearly, right? That's what you gotta say, right? You gotta put like that. This is not financial advice. Nathan Vasquez. Gold is always a great hedge. Yep,
Yeah,
against
I mean,
inflation.
as many people say gold's a great hedge against inflation, I would also I'd also let you know Bitcoin is as well. I mean, it's amazing. It's very powerful. It's I know it is. I was like, oh, this is really volatile. It's like really scary. But I'm also like, but wait, it's really volatile in an upwards direction and has been for 12 years ever since its inception. And
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. It's like it continues to grow. There's so much money in it. It's like crazy, and it's not even like mainstream yet. I mean, it's coming up. Like it's known. People know it, but they don't really understand it. That's what it is.
I think that's what just that's the thing
And
that we need to
people need
real.
to become aware of it because it's very powerful. The technology behind it's going to change the way the world works, and I believe within my lifetime it will affect me in some way.
Do you think because that's the one thing I've reading up on it, watching YouTube videos, that this industry or this will crypto would be regulated, like how government
Yep.
likes to come in and start messing with something. It's like, hey, what's going on here? We're not getting our cut decentralized. We don't like that. We want centralized
They
stuff.
want it centralized, yeah.
So do you think that's going to happen? You think the government's going to try to start messing with crypto and that type of thing? And
Uh,
also, how would they be able to do it? Maybe I
yeah,
didn't figure that
good
out.
question. They can do a lot of things. I don't know what you know about China, but China's tried to ban. China's tried to
They
ban.
have, right? They've banned Bitcoin,
Yeah,
right?
they have, but like they have, and then they also kind of haven't because I mean I'm sure people still own it. Like you can't entirely get rid of Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. Like you can ban the heck out of it, but like, but it's unbannable. It's really like it's untraceable. Matter of fact, it's like so. It's cryptic, is what that's where the base word comes from. Crypto is because it's cryptic, so it's hidden, you know. But yeah, I mean, governments, which is a good thing. I think governments should regulate it because it needs regulation. In the USA, in the United States, I think they've made their stance pretty clear about what they're gonna, how they're gonna go about regulating it. I believe that they're much more welcoming than many other places in the world. China being one of them.
Uh,
But I'm sure they will. Yeah, as you mentioned, big Cleveland states should have their own digital currency. Yeah, I'm sure states probably will, and the government might make they might make like their own U.S. dollar as a coin digitally. You know.
it's a lot to take in. Just like, and I guess
Yeah.
checking out, I've seen a lot of what they call shit coins, right? I've seen a lot of scam coins. There was a story me and Chad were talking about last Sunday about how people just say they come up with a coin, they pay some influencers on TikTok or Instagram.
To promote it. Yeah.
I think even Kim Kardashian got caught in a shit coin. Hey, world coin, earth coin. You just make up a word with coin next to it. You get a bunch, you get your early investors to jump in early. You get
Yep.
all of us dummies come in later. They back out, they take the money out, right? As soon as it's high as possible, and then we get stuck holding the bag. So like right now, the only crypto that I mess with right now is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like
Yeah.
I know like what's it, the one that's rising everyone likes, Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu is being talked about. Yeah.
It's hard to take these coins seriously when they come with these
Mhm.
ridiculous, silly names.
I know, right? Shiba Inu coin is so funny. It's so funny. But no, I think your strategy with just Bitcoin and Ethereum is a fantastic play. I advocate highly of that. I don't advocate to go throw your money into shit coins and these random memes. But like Dogecoin, like at some point when it gets enough recognition and there's enough money in it, that's the thing for me. It's like, how much is in it before I'm gonna jump in? You know, it's like when I saw Dogecoin rising and I saw it like had maybe $70 billion locked into it. You know, it's like, okay, I guess I'll throw some of my money in. Screw it.
Yeah, right.
I lost some money on Dogecoin, but like that's not a big deal. Like I didn't put a lot of money into it. You got to place your investment strategically.
Yeah, I've heard what's the saying? Once your mechanic is talking about it or your hairdresser, like once they're talking about something, it's too late. Like it's too late. Like if they're talking about an investment, it's past that. You should have jumped in earlier. But I think we definitely something that we should talk about, especially as gig workers, that we should be more invested in investing. Like we're making all this money, and yeah, we gotta worry about the tax man and worry about paying the bills, but some should be
What are you gonna do
invested.
with your leftover? Yeah, you got it.
Exactly.
You always have to just have some money set aside at the end of every month, that or every week, every month, that you can just save. You lock it up. You put it in an investment that's gonna grow over time. I think what you're doing is great with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean,
Yeah,
Bitcoin's a really safe. It's a safe play right now because there's so much dang money in it.
yeah,
It's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere.
yeah, and like I think I finally got on, using a little Coinbase account, and I'm looking at all these coins. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? And they're like, whatever I'm gonna put in is gonna put in. I'm gonna put in money that if it went to zero, I'm not going to lose my shirt or lose
Exactly.
my belongings or anything like
Put
that.
in
And I think that's pretty
Go
good.
in, put in how much you are willing to lose or go to zero. Is really
Exactly,
it. Yes.
exactly. Like I do you consider it a gamble to invest in cryptocurrency? Do you
Oh
use that
yeah.
word gamble or
Oh yeah.
more of
I
an
mean,
investment?
everything's a gamble to an extent, but I mean, I've I have faith in it, and at my age, shoot, I think I'm allowed to take some gambles because I'm so young.
Yeah.
So I've got that going for me. So I'm kind of blessed to be in the position I am and have this good Doordash money coming in. And I had no idea I'd be doing this right now. I mean, are you kidding? If you asked me at the graduating high school, what would you be doing at 2021? I'd be like, I have no idea.
No idea.
I'm out here just making Doordash money and stashing it away. I mean, my investments have grown substantially the past year. So
Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome because again, going back to even the beginning of the conversation, just the idea that we're doing this for a reason. We're going to do either we're investing, we're building a future, we're building a foundation. And when we have, contests or, things that, hey, let's come together and let's go out there and like I said, no matter how much time you put in, put the effort in because we here to help each other out. Some accountability, no matter where you live, do the best you can with what you have.
that's
Um,
facts. Do the best with what you have.
and I seen that there's some rewards, there's some prizes. Like what's tell me about that. Unless you want to keep that on a hush hush. Like what's going to happen for people who are who win this thing.
Yeah, for No Rust November, we're just we're gonna so it's sponsored by Crank Hustle. Crank Hustle is the brand that Wilser has created. He sells all sorts of items related to the gig economy. I mean, he sells backpacks, like so many things that are pretty like essential. So many different bags. He has a lot of bags and backpacks on his website.
Mm-hmm.
So he is sponsoring this No Rust November with his brand, and so we'll be giving out merchandise at the end. So we haven't really figured out, like, is it going to be the top 5 of every category gets something, or what? But that it'll be merchandise. He's even considering making an individual trophy engraved with people's names on it
Oh, that's
for each
cool.
for each category. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a friend that can do that. So I'm like, if you can make a trophy for each winner of each category, hey, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
like
super cool.
who can complain about that? I mean, that
I
just
know, right?
sounds
I know.
fantastic.
So
I mean,
yeah,
again, I wish I could win one, but I just don't. Is it all right? That's a stupid question. Is there a walking category?
there is.
There is a walking.
Walking is in the muscle category. Walking, running, biking, and scootering. I mean,
Okay, so the walking would not win if he got to compete with a bike. I thought it was just all walking. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll win. Like Hannibal won walking category with $115. Like, it's funny. There's a video on YouTube with a young lady. She did DoorDash walking in New York City,
yep.
and I think she made about $20 something an hour. Like, there's a market privilege. Like, I don't believe in privilege, but there's certain levels of privilege. If you're able to walk around and make $20 something an hour,
That's incredible.
that's what happens when you're in New York City. But imagine you live somewhere else and try to walk. You're not making.
No.
First of all, they don't even allow you to walk. But it's like I said, the market is a big difference.
The market matters. Yep.
What's a market that you haven't been to but you would love to dash in?
Oh, really anywhere in the West Coast. Seattle, San Francisco, LA, Portland, any of those, I guess.
Yeah.
That's really a goal of mine next year is to go out to the West Coast and just do a whole trip from Seattle to San Diego and just try to
Yeah.
stay along the coast. The West Coast is beautiful and just see how the markets are out there.
Well, yeah, yeah. I hope I can't wait to see it because I'm interested in how because we don't have a study of how all of we kind of have an idea by just talking to each other, but like not one person has kind of went through everything. Like there's some traveling like the traveling dash that went from West Coast to East Coast, but in terms of like a real study of like okay what is really happening in each of these areas in
Each
terms
market, yeah.
of DoorDash or even other apps. Another question for the No Rest November: is it multi-apping? Is it DoorDash specific?
Yeah.
It's DoorDash specific.
No, it's
Oh,
any food delivery, app. We're not gonna do rideshare.
Okay, yeah,
But yeah, any
no
food
Uber or
delivery
Lyft
app is
guys.
a go.
All right, cool, man. So anyone that's watching this right now and you looking, just we'll put the link in the description.
Yep.
Sign up and participate. I mean, I think
Participate, y'all.
that's pretty cool. And going back to investing, Nathan says he's going to continue to
Can you
buy
to
on.
buy the dip,
All right,
my guy?
so you're my financial advisor, Eli. Is it a good idea to continually to buy the dips and never sell? Because this whole meme culture of investing,
Yeah.
holders, apes, diamond hands,
Hodl.
whatever the hell the
Yeah. The
you kid you
hodlers. Yep,
yeah
yep.
you kids with these buzzwords that I don't understand because I'm an old boomer. Do you agree with that investment strategy to always buy dips, never sell?
Yeah, the strategy definitely has some merit to it.
Yeah.
Like it matters, obviously it matters what assets you're dealing with, but dude, like the cryptocurrency space is continuing to grow and it will continue for years to come. So I mean, shoot, if there's a drop, I would probably consider investing something. And that's the thing with with cryptocurrency, dude. I invested in April when it was pretty high. I mean, the market was very, very up there, and I was like, yeah, I'll throw some money in. And I immediately I got hit with the reality of the game, and it's like you can lose money so fast. So but you don't lose anything till you sell your what you have. So
Yeah.
I lost probably 50% of the value I had. And I'm just like, shit. And then I just kind of forgot about it for a couple months. I said, I'm not going to sell it, but I'll just let it sit.
Yeah.
And then eventually, sure enough,
Yeah,
like
bump that. Yeah.
it came right back around.
And you have no I guess itch to like let me take a little bit out, let me let me treat myself, let me
Yeah, that's a
no
good
like
question.
you have any yeah like any urge to take some out?
No. So like I don't know. This is what I'm saying. Like I'm really gonna get into making videos, making content related to this because I actually have a fair amount of knowledge in this space. I watch content every day on it. So I'm very aware of what's happening in the market all the time. I'm not right now. I'm sitting where I'm at pretty and I'm fine and I'm gonna continue not selling. But you definitely should have a plan of when you should take some profit at some point because it's a good idea to probably take a little, like you said, take a little off the top
Yeah.
if you're in the green,
Yeah.
But I mean I've been studying like the patterns, and everybody talks about these cycles that Bitcoin has, these 4-year cycles, and how it always at the end of 4-year at the halving events. So Bitcoin has a halving event every 4 years. So the miners get half of what they are earning. They earn money by mining it. So
Yeah.
their pay gets decreased by half every 4 years, and that halving event is the beginning of a quote unquote bull market for the whole market, and especially Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is so large and it controls a fair amount of the market. It controls where it goes. So this is the 4th year. It was back in 2017, back in 2013. I mean, you can see it's like clockwork. Every 4 years, there's a very large increase in supply, in monetary supply. So money flows in at the end of these 4 years. and it's really weird. I mean, it's December, January, and this is 2021. It happened in 2017, and when it blew up, they call blew off the top, and then it comes right back down. It corrects. It takes like a 70% correction, and you just gotta not get caught holding the bag, you know.
Okay.
But and it's as the market matures, it's gonna eventually level. Those sharp inclines and then declines will level out over time, and the margins of diminishing returns and whatnot. But that's obviously it's gonna stabilize eventually. I don't know how badly the market will quote unquote crash this coming time, but I'm definitely preparing for it, and I'm definitely not, you have to be knowledgeable about it before I would put a significant amount of money in it.
Yeah. Going back to just researching, and I've been watching a lot of the financial YouTubers.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of great ones.
I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe I'm just following the right ones or the wrong ones, but a lot of them are just saying things are going to go bad. They're going to go bad, and it's going to get really bad and really bad. And I feel like, are they
The
saying
doomsday
it?
preppers, the doomsday preppers.
So do I feel like, are they doing that for the views? Are they doing that? They know that it is going to attract people, or is it going? Like, things are going to crash? Because I've been watching videos for the last 2-3 weeks of financial, guys with, probably 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, and they're making basically daily content about how the market's going to crash. And I'm not talking about crypto. I'm just talking like the market in general.
Yeah, you're talking about the general stock market and the markets in general.
And I feel like, all right, things are probably not looking good.
And globally too.
Do you think a lot of that is content based on they're being completely honest and transparent, or they are kind of using the idea that, hey, it's a financial channel, that money is looking, YouTube, money coming good? Like, what do you think?
They're playing their cards, I guess, in the best way that they know how, is they can attain viewership through clickbaity things. And also there is some truth to what they're saying. I think there should always be a level of truth to have any large amount of people watching. But I mean, there definitely is a point where the markets can't hold themselves anymore. As Nathan Velasquez said, inflation is going to be bad. Yeah, it's right. It's pretty freaking
bad. No, it's bad. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I mean, I've seen prices of everything increase. It's insane. I mean, we're always talking about gas prices. It just continues to go up. The U.S. dollars just sadly, it's losing its value. It's just slowly diminishing in the value and it holds. So we're out here like, holy shit, $6 for $6 per gallon. It's like, wow.
Yeah. So inflation is real. It's pretty obvious, even though the government seems to think it's a good thing. People want more things. It's like, dude, that's not. But your strategy on picking orders, are you more selective now because of your gas prices, your value of paying for things? Has your strategy for picking offers when you do your dashing, has it changed, or it stays the same?
I don't know. I don't think what actually has, because I moved. So I moved out of my parents' place at the end of August. And that's what I've been doing. I just recently moved into my own.
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. So I moved out, and I moved to a busier area with a lot more people. So honestly, I think my standards have honestly gone down slightly. Like I used to like if it's $5 for 2 miles, I'll do that. I'm not always picking out the massive orders. I'm not waiting on that. It's always about how many orders you can do in an hour. It's about how many orders and are they quality. Like if you can get 4 $7 orders in an hour, you're making 28 an hour. It's pretty dang good. But I mean, my strategy, I think it's always constantly changing, really. Because I'm always seeing different things, and trying to analyze what's happening. And
I guess you kind of missed it where, I mean, it's always Top Dasher is always a topic of conversation. Have you ever been Top Dasher?
Never.
Never.
Nope.
So when you first started, they didn't give you a Top Dasher to start out your dashing career, so to speak.
No. No, they did
That's
not.
that is interesting because like I remember having it. I know a few people who have, but it's interesting how certain areas they don't even
What's
offer
up,
it.
Jacqueline?
It's interesting. Um,
Yeah,
so
I never had that. I never experienced that.
what's your thoughts on the idea of Top Dasher? Do you think it's something that for No Rest November? Do you think that the more orders you take, the higher your ratings are, that you would get better offers? Have you ever heard of that idea, that strategy? What
Yeah,
do you think about that?
I've definitely heard a lot about that. I know More Finance. I don't know if you watch his videos. He's always talking about that. He's always trying a different strategy. I love it. He's always testing out a new theory of his, trying to see if top dashers really get better offers. If you get, if you get better offers, if you accept more, you get worse offers declining more. I think as long as you've got a pretty fair mixture between the two, you have to accept a certain amount to like make any money. It's always just a delicate balance, but like I don't believe either way, because the thing is it comes down to your market. So I don't think top dash or being a top dasher or being a cherry picker is gonna lead to success in each market, and vice versa. Being a top dasher you'll get a lot more, or being a cherry picker you'll earn more. It just depends on your market. But I think overall, if you're a little bit pickier with what you do see, I think you might do better in the majority, especially big cities like New York, LA,
Would you try it? Would you
try
experiment?
top dasher.
Yeah, would you try that for your during your month where you just take more offers? Or you like what's your acceptance rate right now? If you kind
It's
of remember.
always 20%. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's always asked that. I'm like, it's always 20 to 25, and it's been as low as 10. I mean, it's gone to like 9. Um,
But I guess
yeah,
it makes sense considering that 80% of the offers are probably not good. 20, just like everything else, the 80-20 rule, that kind of makes sense.
80-20. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Um, you know, it's a very that's funny. Gig economy park, cherry picking
Top
fool
dasher's
over here.
terrible. Trade picking fool over here.
It really like I said, it is market specific. I know I would say generally it's maybe not the best idea. It's interesting. If you it depends on where you are, but I think when you go into a forum, right, or you go into like a dasher community and you say I'm a top dasher, some people get really angry about that. It's like it's feeling the same. It's the same
I
feeling as
hate that. I hate that.
when you go into like a Bitcoin group, right? You say, yeah, I sold some of my Bitcoin. They're like,
And they're like,
what are you idiot? Like,
oh, you traitor. You traitor. It's always
what
about
is it?
size.
What is it that weird kind
Dude,
of energy? Like,
everyone,
what's up?
it's natural. It's human nature to make sides. It's
Yeah.
like you're either with us or you're against us. It's like, nah, you can have both. There's something called or.
I agree. But I just feel like that's what like if someone comes in and says, "Yeah, I'm a top dasher," like, "Oh, you suck. You're not making any money," and
Yeah.
it's like, "Damn,
No.
all right." I mean, even if you
keep your opinion to yourself, man. Like,
or at least I would say when you communicate, instead of calling the person names like you're stupid, you can kind of just try to reach out, or
Yeah.
put the arm around like, hey, I think if you try this next time, like try this strategy, maybe it worked, maybe it won't, but I
That's
think
the thing. We need more people like that. Yeah.
yeah. And I could be a little aggressive with my commentary on certain things, but yeah, I think I really believe that you want to have some level of nuance. Like not everything works, and I feel like with perfect good have a conversation with Nugs lives in a smaller town,
Yep.
so it may be a better idea to
For
have
him
the top
to try
dasher,
top dasher. That's very true.
because maybe he'll be the because the pond is a little smaller, so you may need to take a little bit more to
Yep.
maintain it. The ability
Yep.
to dash now could be a stronger play compared to
Yep.
me in New York City. You could do whatever. You could do whatever here.
You can
Like
do whatever. Yeah.
as long as you don't get robbed, like you can go outside. Don't get robbed. Don't get your car jacked.
Yep.
Do whatever you want. You go cherry pick, top dash, or whatever you want. Get on a bike, get on a scooter. Have you ever dashed on a scooter or a bike?
I've biked recently. I just actually did. Wilster sent me he sent me one of his backpacks over from LA, so he was really nice for that. So
Nice.
I've been using his backpack. It's a fantastic bag, really well made, quality materials.
Yeah.
And I've biked, I've biked with that on my back, and it's been fun. I don't do it a lot, but I've done it just for I did it mainly just for exercise. You know, it's a good workout. Gets your blood pumping.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm old. Maybe I should be doing some more workouts. Uh, but what? I gotta look at my time. Okay. All right. So I gotta go walk the damn dog. Eli, tell us about your next video. Tell us about everything that you're doing the next couple of days. Tell us all as we conclude this chat.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have a new video planned, but I'm just planning to hit this next month going in really strong, and I'm gonna be daily live streaming starting November 1st. So that'll be fun. So November
I'll
1st,
be in there.
first full week, I'm gonna be streaming. So make sure you guys tune in for the daily updates, and I want to know how you guys are doing with this month-long challenge. So I'm just super excited for the community to come together and rally around each other and see what we can do.
Thanks to you and Whistler for putting this together. Everyone, please, spread it around. Share, share Eli's
Tell your
video.
friends, family.
We're out trying to make this bread. To try to make this bread. It doesn't matter. It could be a little bit of crumbs. It could be toast. It doesn't matter. It's bread. Bread is bread. Because now, holiday season is coming across. We got to pay money. You got to buy presents, even though there may not be a present to buy because everything is stuck on a crate. Doesn't matter. At least you have the money, and you can buy more Bitcoin. You can buy more Ethereum, more Shiba Inu coin. You know what, Eli? Once I figure out what crypto is, we should make a coin. I don't know what the coin name is. I don't know how to make a coin, but we should, and then figure it out from there.
Baby.
Yeah, make a new coin. Appreciate you.
Mad Dash for Road Trip Cash. Hey, tune in. I mean,
it's all right, man. You can check
live back.
But you know what? We'll set one for the. We'll set one either during. Or you could be working. So after No Rest November, maybe December, we'll come back together, talk about it. I would love to talk to Whistler. I know he's gonna be working hard too, so maybe we can figure out we can do something.
Can we get more than one in here? Could we get me and him?
Yeah, definitely.
We should do that.
We'll talk. We're gonna talk later about that, and we'll talk about financial stuff because I'm trying to make some money. But thank you for talking to me, man. Appreciate it again. Love your content. Love talking to you. We talk even when we're not even doing any kind of dashing or whatever just on Instagram. Your energy, creativity, everything. Your inspiration to all of us out here trying to make some money. So thank you very much for coming through, and thank you guys for watching. Come back tomorrow. I'll be talking to Pedro again. Me and Pedro are going to be chopping up the Drama Kings. We're going to be talking 10:30 Eastern. We're going to talk about Doordash and everything that kind of comes together with that. So thank you guys. Have a fantastic night.
It was a pleasure.